smart way to draft on towards that red side, and there we go. They lock in the Harith as well. And I mean, Suhaz, they could have gone for the Harith, but Harith naturally is going to get countered out by the way of the Dragon, and as well as the the Unstoppable Force ejector combo coming in from Team Bosskurr. Really smart drafting for the side of Team Bosskurr. They were definitely playing to the strengths of that red side, and you don't see that too often, especially from a lot of these teams we've seen so far. But Suhaz EVOS, I do like their lineup. There's some definite weaknesses, but it is a very neutral composition for me.
Yeah, it's definitely a very strong one. It's very orthodox. You can tell that when you think of a strong general lineup in the current tournament meta, Suhaz EVOS is basically the textbook example of that. They basically have everything. They have the strong pickups. They have a good balance of the roles. On the side of Bosskurr, this is going to be interesting because they definitely don't have a team that's suited for fighting straight into Suhaz EVOS, but they have a lot of heroes that are very good at picking singular enemies off. They have the Hayabusa, they have the Lunox, the Jawhead, the Cho, the Harith, all of them meant to kind of dance around the battlefield. So this is going to be a very interesting waltz to see by both these teams as we enter the first match and first game of the day. We're going to be seeing Suhaz EVOS on the blue side versus Team Bosskurr on the red side.
You know, here's the thing that I remember LaFell mentioning, and I quote, that this game is going to come down to mechanics, and I think I'm going to have to agree with LaFell here, because looking at the composition from Team Bosskurr, it requires quite a lot of macro decision making, as well as the fact that they need to ensure that they can get onto the right targets at the right time with some really sick mechanics. And for Suhaz EVOS to look to counteract that, oh no, is Suizy for Jeb's going to get him? No, okay, he doesn't. But for Suhaz EVOS to counteract things like the Unstoppable Force, they need to time things perfectly. Like HY, that knockout punch is going to be important to kind of zone them off, a way to look to stop Dragon from getting into the backline, and potentially even catching Rin the moment he comes out of the OK Shadow kill.
Indeed, as you mentioned, this is going to be very dependent on not just the skills of these teams, but the skills of the individual players, because a lot of the heroes in this game, not just on one team, but in the entire game itself, are designed to be very strong independently, and the way that the teams have drafted makes it so that they're not really going for big death ball compositions, which usually games will end up leaning towards once it gets to around the mid-game phase. So it's going to be very interesting to see. And as you mentioned, Team Bosskurr, there's no doubt they have a lineup that's a little more difficult to pull off. Goten here getting jumped on by the Ace, will be able to secure the first blood.
Nicely done coming in from Suhaz EVOS. They're punishing the right targets. However, on towards that bottom side, you can already see the mirror coming on from Team Bosskurr. They are making sure they're attacking the weaker sides of the map, especially since they haven't hit level 4 as well. But bottom is going to be a little bit more important, but the rest of Suhaz EVOS looking to reply, looking to contest for this turtle.
Yep, the bottom side is definitely going to be more important to secure here in the early stage of the game, as the turtle buff is currently up on the bottom side of the map. Suhaz EVOS currently working on it. We can see Dragon coming in. He's threatening them, but they do realize that many members of Suhaz EVOS are here right now. It's going to be very difficult to engage on this. Eevee jumps in, finds the Lunox split, gets taken out, executed by the Benedetta straight from the back lines.
Really nicely done. This means that turtle should be within their grasp here. Team Bosskurr still looking to contest. Smart missiles come through, but here comes the Retribution. Dragon in towards that backline, trying to look for an opportunity to get on towards the right targets. He goes down next, and it's not only just turtle that Team Bosskurr gives away, they are also giving away a free donation with Dragon in the bag.
Very well played by Suhaz EVOS, going to be able to secure that objective as well as one kill from themselves. Something that I feel like I want to note a little bit is the fact that AJ used his ultimate to immediately move into the tri-bush on Team Bosskur's side once that fight started, which meant that he was effectively zoning out the entire backline of Team Bosskurr and cutting off any potential escape routes. He wasn't able to find anyone because Team Bosskurr decided to escape the other way, but that is very smart playmaking by Suhaz and shows that their team fighting awareness is definitely on point.
Yeah, and they're taking full advantage of of these smaller corners that's very unique to Lo Yi, who's able to kind of take advantage of these small, really tight corridors where you can really get a lot of AoE down and force your opponents into the stun. Here it comes, the ult comes
Diversion.
through, and here we go. Diversion on top of too easy for Jeps, completely destroying him. A great play coming in from Suhaz EVOS to continue to punish Team Bosskurr.
This is just textbook play right here, and honestly, I am loving every second of it. AJ is truly demonstrating the true abilities of Loyi. We have seen Loyi picked up here and there over many of the games in MPL. However, I don't think I've seen any team really make use of her diversion ultimate to this extent. They're really making sure that, okay, we have the advantage right now in the early game. Let's use this ultimate to rotate around the map and catch people off guard.
Yep, the ace now controlling the area. Xamen Force from Goten comes out quick, but too easy for Jeps goes instantly down as Eve focusing down on towards the support. Too easy for Jeps didn't even get his unstoppable force out yet. Rin is low, but HY is going to be going down in a 1v3 situation, but he got very close to killing off their jungler from Team Bosskurr.
Still well played by both sides here. They're definitely sizing one another up. These teams are definitely both skilled, but right now I'm definitely seeing a lot more discipline. As we mentioned from Suhaz EVOS, they have proven themselves to be a very strong team. Box will be able to get the turtle. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, Dragon lands the two-man Jeet Kune Do, but is not going to be able to save him. The yin-yang reaction will find both Rin and Flynn in the backline, and that's going to be a double kill for the ace. Eevee in the backline now will be able to do some damage. That's going to be a shutdown onto the Baxia. Stayed in the tower just a little bit too long. Shadow kill finds the shutdown onto Eevee, and a double kill for Rin on the Hayabusa.
Really good play and great outplay actually coming in from Rin taking on Eve. I mean, Eve, he was doing a really good job initially. However, he did miss a couple of his abilities, and at that point he should have bailed out. But again, the execute was coming up. He was looking for a great opportunity. He had the eye for an eye, but unfortunately didn't time it just right. Great outplay coming in from Rin, but the ejector coming out to HY. He's forced under the turret. He can't do much about it. Way of the Dragon coming in from Dragon himself to lock down EJ, to keep him away from the fight, to not get that reinforcements. Dragon coming in from Flint to try and take out AJ, but it's not going to be enough here as Flint takes him down. He's taking too much damage from the ace and goes into that brilliance form to rotate away because Eve is here to turn the tides. Hayabusa, hello. Is he going to be going down? Quad Shadow's going to get him out of the way as Dragon now looking to back him up. What a fight that was.
Bosskurr is starting to come online here. We can see that their team is definitely taking some very good and advantageous trades to them. Meanwhile, Box is going to be able to get these opportunities to farm thanks to the space created by the rest of his team. The ace jumping on too easy for Jeb now, but the rest of the team going to show up. He will be able to get out of there. Looks like the game actually starting to get somewhat close. We can see good trades coming from either side.
Yeah, Mountain Chakra does come out to find information on whether or not Dragon is by himself, but when they saw the rest of the team moving in towards that purple buff, they are just backing away. They're going to reset, get themselves back up to full, and then look to hide around, well, not really hide, but preemptively position themselves in towards Turtle side to take on Team Bosskurr. And it looks like Team Bosskurr are going to prioritize punishing HY because they know they can't win that fight.
Meanwhile, looks like Suhaz EVOS, they're going to be securing the turtle down in the bottom lane while the rest of Bosskurr jumping onto HY in the top lane. That's going to be a four-man gang, and it looks like he will be able to escape from that, which means a lot of time wasted from Team Bosskur's side, and a secure turtle for them. Looks like they're going in. The ace will be able to catch out too easy for Jeb. They will be able to find the kill, and over to Box it goes.
What a diversion here. Suhaz EVOS just on the ball every single time. They're zipping across the map, putting an extreme amount of pressure onto Team Bosskurr and punishing their plays. Rid can't seem to get out. He doesn't have the Oki Shadow kill. He doesn't have the Quad Shadow, and Suhaz EVOS net a huge kill onto the jungler of Team Bosskurr.
Beautifully played by Suhaz EVOS, and you can definitely see that the net worth advantage is really starting to skew towards the blue side in this game. 24.5k net worth compared to 19, so that's going to be a very clean 5k net worth. And 8 minutes into this game, that is actually fairly evident, and it's starting to show. Team Bosskurr, they've been taking good trades, but they do need to find a way to come back and match up a little better against their opponents.
Yeah, and for now, it's tough to say. It's really tough to say whether Team Bosskurr can actually come back from this particular game or not, but they're holding their position and holding out on their own pretty well. But there we go, Loyi finding another kill on towards Goten, as well as Dragon. They're just zoning them out from their own jungler. Eve, there's no way he's dying here. He can hop over the wall whenever he wants. He is just taunting his opponents at this point in time.
Flint will be able to get away with very low HP, but that means Team Bosskurr 2-man down in exchange for no casualties on the side of Suhaz. EVOS net worth lead has increased yet again. The ace finds too easy for Jeb in the bush. Will throw him back with the ejector, but it is unlikely that they will be able to follow up on that.
Demon Hunter Sword as well as the Brute Force Breastplate being purchased by HYHY and Box respectively. Here comes the Lord here, and now the full-on rush fight. The Zaman Force has already been popped by Goten to try and get something to happen, but Yishin already takes out too easy for Jeps. Here comes the Way of the Dragon on top of Boxia, but now here comes HYHY to try and disrupt the team. He sacrifices his life to allow Box to get ahead of the game. Triple kill for Box.
And Suhaz EVOS, they're gonna be able to trade 2 for 3 there. The Eevee actually just barely getting out. I was actually surprised that the Benedetta did not lose her life in that fight. This is going to give them the space they need to take the Lord for absolutely free. No way Team Bosskurr will be able to compete this. Box will be able to get that, and this Yisun Shin is looking very scary right now.
Oh yeah, Box has had plenty of time to scale into this game. His Blade of Despair is online, his Demon Hunter Sword is online. Like, he is going to start shredding through Team Bosskurr, and they don't even have enough tank items to actually protect themselves, especially with a 8k gold lead under their belts. Let's look at the items one more time.
Looks like both teams, they're getting their items, but there is no doubt that Suhaz EVOS currently has much more of an advantage in terms of what they picked up. I noticed as well that AJ has the Winter Trunkian, so one way to protect yourself when you are a hero with lack of mobility such as the Loi is to purchase these items to ensure that you can stay safe in team fights while the rest of your team is taking the brunt of the hits. And that is exactly what Suhaz EVOS have been doing. Beautiful play by the entire team. It's hard to point out any standout players because the team is playing like a well-oiled machine.
Yeah, they are looking ready here, and look at the amount of pressure they're exerting. Here comes the diversion. Where is it heading in towards? It looks like it's going towards into the middle of the base on top of Dragon, but the way of the Dragon on top of Box. This is looking good as Box is able to go down. It is shut down coming in from Team Bosskurr. Box goes down. He can't really do too much. Ace walks away even though he's popped the Tortoise Poissons, but that is not enough. Paquito up and towards that top side. He should be, oh no, he doesn't get the inhibitor, but he's allowed to 1v1 against Rin, who can't win that fight. Oh wow, they trade 1 for 1, but they managed to put up a good defense for the side of Team Bosskurr.
Yep, very clean defense from Bosskurr. I think Suhaz EVOS went a little bit too aggressive there. I understand what they were attempting to do with the diversion into the backlines of Team Bosskurr, especially since they know the Lord is knocking down the front door. So if they're able to act as a so-called diversion, that means that they will be able to secure the tower. Unfortunately, I think the location which they teleported to was just a little bit too deep under the tower. Perhaps if they had teleported behind the tower, they may have had a better chance, but Team Bosskurr definitely took advantage of that situation and managed to come out of that without losing a single tier 3.
Yeah, it was a really big kick coming in from Dragon there, and not to mention that, you know, Goten was already prioritizing trying to take out Yishin Shin as quickly as possible. I think the mistake from Suhaz EVOS was the fact that they sent Box in as well. I think if HYHY was part of the team fight, it would have looked a lot different, and since he wasn't there, let's say he has the cards right. And wait, it looks like this is going to be a fight. Yeah, here comes the knockout punch! It gets
that's some damage right there! The Yin Yang reaction will catch the rest, and that is going to be 3 kills going to the side of Suhaz EVOS as well as the top tier 3 tower. They're not done. The ace jumps in, gets the double kill on Too Easy for Chips. Shadow kill comes out, will claim the Boxia, but Rin will go down. That's going to be a triple kill for Box, and Team Bosskurr has been wiped out. They will not be coming back for another 10 seconds, and that is all the time in the world as Suhaz EVOS knocks down the crystal of Team Bosskurr. Game 1 of this match will be going to the victory of Suhaz EVOS.
I am speechless. That final closing fight coming out. HYHY finds the most incredible knockout punch of his life. Combo side with Suhaz EVOS on the red side. I can't wait to get this action going. Let's jump right into the game.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, MLBB fans, all of you watching from home, do show your support for both these teams in the comments because we are about to enter Game 2 of the first match of the day. We're going to be seeing Team Bosskurr on the blue side versus Suhaz, EVOS on the red side, and straight away, too easy for Jeb, getting caught out. Revitalize does just barely keep him alive, but that was a little bit dangerous. Suhaz, EVOS, they knew too easy for Jeb was going to walk into that bush. They knew he was gonna look for that early scouting straight away. 3-man gank.
What in the world is this draft coming out from Team Bosskurr? They got Selena, Roger, Boxia, Farsa, as well as Balmond? Balmond?
Team Bosskurr has given Suhaz EVOS both Benedetta and Paquito again.
What happened?
All of our assumptions about the draft have just been proven wrong. This is just very weird. On the side of Suhaz EVOS, we have Tigreal, Carry, Paquito, Lunox, and Benedetta. So this is going to be difficult because there's no doubt that Suhaz EVOS has a very high-powered lineup. Team Bosskurr, they do have the Selena as well as the Baxia, which are very strong early-game options. But we're going to have to see whether or not they can execute on that.
Yeah, I'm so curious what in the world happened in the draft. Why is there Carry? Why, was Claude not available? Was Bruno not available? Was Yishin Shin not available? How did it get to Roger? And if those things got through, why in the world isn't Cho here? Why is Dragon on a Balmond? He's getting dove immediately under tower. He flickers under the way, but Eve, he ain't gonna let him out that easy. He's gonna push him off, and they're gonna get a little bit of gold here and pressure. But let's see the reoccurring play from Team Bosskurr. When you see bot get dove, you know for a fact Team Bosskurr wants to be on the top side.
Based on this draft, we can definitely tell that Team Bosskurr has changed up their goal here. Looks like they will not be able to find the kill on the HY. Beautiful flicker, able to escape from 3 members of Team Bosskurr, and that's going to be a good amount of time wasted, which will allow Box to start working on this turtle.
Hey man, he learned his lesson, and the rest of Suhaz EVOS now have first priority over this turtle because of the failed attempt at the dive on towards topside from Team Bosskurr. Box, very happy position right now. Let's see whether he can beat his previous high score of 982 gold per minute. Here comes a big counterattack coming at Eve, but the eye for an eye dodges all the damage here as Rin, Lycan form, chases him down, able to take out Eve, but too easy for Jeps, goes down in return. Not exactly the best trade-off, but hey, Team Bosskurr will take what they can get.
I think they'll definitely accept trading the tank for Eevee, but they're probably not going to be happy with the fact that they lose Goten, as well as the flicker into the explosion by Flint as well. Too easy for Jeb. He's overextended and he is going to be chased down. AJ going to get the kill here, and that's going to let them secure this blue buff as well.
What a huge play coming in from the Ace. I feel now that he's moved over to EVOS when he used to be from his previous team, he feels like he's been unlocked almost. He's so confident to make these plays, and you can see that Goten, he's forced to use the wings by wings. He does not want to go down as the rest of Team Bosskurr is going to look to try and chase Eve down. This is going to be so difficult. Oh, Benedetta didn't get her ult off in time. Okay, she did, but still, it is so narrow.
That was scary. I actually did think that they would be able to claim that kill due to the fact that her ultimate was delayed, but she did manage to get Electo out in time, and that will allow her to get away. Beautiful jab from HY, avoiding too easy for Jeb completely.
Oh man, so many particles on screen. I really thought Eve didn't get out of there, but I think he used the eye for an eye and then went into the Electo, and that's why it was such like a weird, awkward motion there. But for now, Eve doing a great job at making sure being a nuisance to the enemy team. As the rest of Suhaz EVOS, they're gonna get hit. AJ now under threat. Box comes and says hello to Jeps here. He even pops the ultimate to really threaten it as the Lethal Wanderer goes over to Suhaz EVOS, and they maintain control over this top side of the map. Turtle gonna be the point of contention here. Let's see whether Flint can land the arrow.
But it does look like the Ace is standing in between them. The Tigreal going to be able to prevent people from jumping in. They land the stun on the Ace, but the Turtle is already down, and HY going straight in to try and do some damage. Looks like Team Bosskurr will be able to disengage, but that is yet another objective going to the side of Suhaz EVOS, and they have expanded their net worth lead to 4K in the first 5 minutes of the game.
You don't see this too often, but now the buffs need to be stolen as the Ace, he is taking quite a bit of damage coming in from that feathered airstrike, and the changes to the jungle definitely have kind of allowed teams to take advantage of this. HY going to reset the buff for now. He's just going to chill around, wait for the rest of the team. Carry is on her way now, too easy for Jeps. Still, with the shield unity, still holding out on his own. Hello, Sacred Hammer coming in big time as another free donation for Suhaz EVOS. They'll just eat him up.
Very well played by the Ace. The Sacred Hammer catching the box here in the middle of Shield Unity. Electro is popped. EV kind of stuck in the back lines. Feathered Airstrike comes out, but this is a Benedetta we're talking about. Dashes 4 days. Will be able to get out. Doing some damage to Goten now. Diving the tier 1 tower. Taking some damage. They will be able to claim it. Box looking for that. It looks like HY gonna join him. He's gonna find the kill on Rin as well. Too easy for Jax. Comes in. The Abyssal Arrow Lance, but the implosion on the tree.
Oh my god.
That's a maniac for HY. A wipeout on Team Bosskurr in the first 6 minutes of the game. 1 for 5.
Oh my goodness, they are just a level above Suhaz. Oh my god. Let's look at that one more time. I need to relive this. Look at how insane this play is. As HY, he takes aggro initially, goes back in towards the fight. Look at how low AJ is. He is about to die when the Ace comes out of nowhere with the biggest play of his career. Not even saving this game, but putting Suhaz in the driver's seat to really style on Team Bosskurr.
That is every Tigreal player's wet dream right there. The 3-man flicker implosion doesn't get much flashier than that for this hero. EV jumping in now. Looks like he's in a little bit of trouble. Will be able to get out, and that is more space for Box, claiming the turtle yet again.
Oh my goodness. Suhaz going to continue putting that pressure that you saw in the early as they transition into mid-game. It hasn't even been 8 minutes yet. The kill score 2-10. This is such a tough position from Team Bosskurr to actually play from. They've got no towers on their sides, barely any turtles to work with, no EXP as well, as Suhaz looks to starve them out.
Dragon kind of getting dived here, but the rest of his team is there to back him up. DA is just putting emotes out there in the backline. He knows Team Bosskurr can't engage onto him right now. They're going to be able to get the bottom tier 2 turret. In the meanwhile, HY pushing top lane as well. Suhaz EVOS looking to close out this game very soon.
Yep, and they're going to continue pushing on their advantage here. Oh boy, Lord hasn't even spawned yet, and Suhaz EVOS have taken all the outer turrets, and Team Bosskurr are just so starved for gold and EXP. The discrepancy is gigantic. Rin is 3 levels down in comparison to Box. Like, what do you do in this situation for Team Bosskurr? You're trying to hold out, but you're not strong enough to clear the wave efficiently. There goes 50% of the HP of the first inhibitor, a mid inhibitor from Team Bosskurr.
Feathered Airstrike has to be expanded to keep him away, but that's not going to be deterring Suhaz EVOS for long. EV jumps in over the wall. He doesn't mind at all. Looks like Dragon jumping in the implosion again. Oh my god, into the Electro final blow. Dragon gets caught out as well. That's going to be a double kill for both AJ and EV only. And that's going to be another wipeout on Team Bosskurr. We are seeing beautiful. These are masterpieces of team fights. This is gameplay coming from Suhaz EVOS. This is absolutely incredible. We have seen 2 absolutely dominating team fights from this team so far. Team Bosskurr never stood a chance. Suhaz EVOS will claim victory in this second game and on this match against Team Bosskurr.